I am super excited because my 2 boxes I ordered came at the same time, and I am going to show you what we got. I wasn't expecting it to come in a Cuisinart box, but that's all right. So this one came from Williams Food Supply in Windsor, Ontario, and I am really surprised just how fast they got it to me, which is fantastic. And I'm so excited. And English, there we go. My stainless steel Vitamix jug. I'm going to show you why I've wanted this for so long. So my whole life, my mom, as far back as I can remember anyway, has always had a Vitamix. She had the old kind, you know, the metal kind. And it could blend anything smooth. It was incredible. And I wanted one, but I didn't feel that I could afford one when we were first married. And so I burnt out a lot of other blenders in the meantime. And then finally we decided it was time for us to get a Vitamix. So about 8 years ago, we got the Professional Series 300, and it came with the low profile jug. And I thought that was going to be fantastic. It's a huge 64-inch jug. It's squat, so I could put it on my counter and still have room. Sounded perfect. But I pretty much almost hated it from day one for a couple of reasons. Just the jug. Vitamix is great. I love Vitamix. I think I'll always own a Vitamix. But the jug, I would skip on this kind of style of jug. So there's a seam here, and all the yucky water goes in the seam. And then when you're pouring, it pours into your food. So I literally have to wash it and dry it for hours upside down to get rid of all the yuck. And it's like pink in there. It's disgusting. I've tried bleach water. Just, anyways, that's gross. So we've learned to work around that. Then the inside of the jug started, and I don't put mine in the dishwasher at all. I don't even soak it. I wash like this, you know, and rinse it. So anyways, slowly these little tabs that used to be here started to disappear, probably in my food. Some of them, at least I can account for when I was washing it, but some of them, who knows where they went. Then I noticed this is now cracking all around the outside. Now, I get it. I use it a lot. I'm hard on my blenders, but I'm not hard on, I shouldn't say I'm hard on my blenders. I blend what they should blend, and they can blend thick things, which is really lovely because I love to blend lots of millet and stuff. Then I noticed this, which was really disturbing, and this is what made me know that I needed, the rest was just inconvenience, but this has cracked and come right open on both sides. And like I said, I don't soak my blender to wash it. Maybe once or twice I did. I don't remember because it's been 8 years, so I don't want to be a liar, but like my children can attest to the fact that I just wipe it down, rinse it right away, and dry. So anyways, don't know what's going on there. So happy. I finally decided I was going to invest. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, I didn't realize, I could have had this replaced last year when things started going badly because it has a 7-year warranty, but unfortunately I didn't realize that. So we're on our 8th year, no more warranty.
That's a long time. We've had this thing ages.
And you know what? It has paid for itself over and over.
Nana still has one of those metal ones.
Yeah, and those things keep going and going and going. So anyway, this one is supposed to fit on all the normal size blender bases. As long as you don't have the Smart Accent series, it's supposed to be fine. So we will see. New tamper. Interesting. All right, so my first concern, Please let it fit.
It does.
Okay. Because having had the squat one, low profile, I was afraid because it just looks larger to me. But anyways, it does fit, so that's important. I guess before I break this thing, I should figure out if these pull out. Maybe I should be reading instructions.
If all else fails, read the manual.
We're going to stop for a sec before I break it. So my son who figures everything out for me. There we go. So I didn't have to read the manual. So I watched a really great review on this. I'm probably leave a link in the bottom to his review. It was just awesome. And a few things that people don't like is because you can't see through the jug, they now have the measurements in paint that comes from who knows where. But you know what? It is what it is. If I was really concerned, I would just scratch it off right at the beginning.
If it's stainless steel, it's probably actually a dye.
Well, they say it rubs off and washes off. So anyway, to me that wasn't a deal breaker. And the other thing is I just wanted it to be easy to clean, and it looks good because the corners are rounded. I think it'll be easy to clean. I don't think it'll be any harder, and hopefully we won't have an issue with water collecting in here and running back. We will find out, I guess. But it is heavy.
But heavy duty. It looks like good stainless.
It's heavy. It looks good. Somebody said the edges were sharp, but I don't find them overly so. Maybe the bottom, not sharp to cut you, but maybe sharp if you to scratch your counter or something like that. The handle's comfortable. So one thing I did here is it gets very, 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 very hot or very, very, very cold. And I'm looking forward to that because with this one, when I would make smoothie, when I would make smoothie in this one, the smoothie around the outside would kind of be watery and the inside would be cooler. But I watched somebody make smoothie with this one, and because the metal got cold right away and icy, it was nice. Like it was like
plus you'd also have the opportunity to chill it if you wanted.
Exactly, you could. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. We're going to have to do some sort of recipe tests with it, but for now I'm just glad that it fits. Looks a little awkward on the old black one. It looks a little tiny, but you know what? That's all right because hopefully it's not going to break like the other one did. Anyway, we will see. I'm hoping it's a little bit better construction on the bottom than this one is. And I can't wait to throw the other one out.
It looks better. It's hard to say. This feels like some kind of silicone here and then a hard plastic there, whereas this one was like a, I think it was like a zinc steel or something. I don't even know what happened there. Like I can't even explain that. But anyway. All right. Good to go. That's package number 1. Yes.
Oh, and the only other complaint people had was that this didn't hold up eventually. But it's like a little rubber insert, and I think that if it doesn't hold up, it's not the end of the world. Because the lid doesn't, it doesn't require it, unlike this one. Where, when it's gone, you can't really put the lid on anymore. So, you could hold it on, I suppose. All right. This is really cool. Package number 2. So this package came to me from Living Waters. Let's see, what is that called? Living Waters Book and Toy Store. It's a Mennonite store in Elmira, to the best of my knowledge. And I was looking for an Amish canner. My friend got one down in Ohio, but since travel is not so easy right now, I got a bonus book for the boys. All right, so since travel is not so easy right now, I was looking for a place in Canada that sold them and was happy to find one right here in Ontario. So this is the,
Massive.
what do you call it? You know, it goes inside, your cans go on it.
The thing is massive.
Well, it has to be. It's just the way it needs to be. Oh, and they also sell Roma strainers, Victoria strainers, one of the two, and all the parts really cheap. So I got some parts while I was at it. So that was a bonus because sometimes they're hard to get just by themselves. Alright, how am I going to get this thing out of here? I'm just going to end up making them.
Okay, go.
Oh, here we go. A friend of mine has been canning with hers for a long time, and they had a couple others that were a little cheaper. This was the more expensive one, but I know hers has lasted really well. Oh, we need another knife. Oh my God. Okay, so this beauty.
It's almost as big as the maple syrup boiling thing.
Here we go. So it fits on there nicely. So what makes this one a little bit more expensive, but also I think better, is that they've put this extra reinforcement all the way around. There's metal rod, and I don't think the other ones have that. And so it's stronger in that way. Now it does have a metal handle here, but what I liked was the handles on either side for having to move it are wood. So if, you know, you had to move it all of a sudden, you're not going to burn yourself, whereas the other ones were a little higher and they were metal as far as I remember. So overall, I think this one's a better one. And it's stainless steel. And you can get, they didn't have them at the time, so I'm going to have to wait, but you can get another, I don't know what you want to call it, canning trivet, I guess.
Canning rack.
Canning rack? Canning rack. To put, so you can layer your jars. But this is supposed to hold, I believe it's 15 quarts. I'll have to verify on that. So, and I don't know how many how many pints, but to me it looks like it's going to hold a lot, and that is always what's slowing me down, is you do a batch, then you have to do another batch, and you know. The other thing is it's going to fit so nicely on my stove, on my wood stoves, so I am super excited about using that. And it came still in time for canning season, so I've been waiting for this to come because we are ready to do a large batch of jam, and this is going to be a really great way to try it out. I'm so excited. So I wanted to add that it only took those two companies 3 days to ship them to me, and that was from me ordering to my door in 3 days. So that is awesome, and I can't wait to try them out. You're going to see that in some upcoming videos, so don't forget, like, share, and subscribe.